Just cut that and delete it from
We'll
history.
just cut it.
Yep.
We'll cut it. No, I'm gonna leave it all in.
No, don't.
Beth draws a hard line in the sand. Would you say, Beth? Would you say that you're digging a hole in the sand?
No, in fact, I'm drawing a line so hard in the sand. The line is now glass. And if you break my glass line, we're gonna have problems. This is me tapping my desk aggressively.
Well, thank you for that.
That's the glass.
That's the glass.
Who can tell me what happened last time on This Isn't Glass?
Not me. I have memory loss. Goodbye.
It's literally been 1 week.
That's too long.
I watched the episode today.
No, that was 2 episodes ago.
Oh,
I don't know what happened
Ghost
last
Hunt.
time.
We did.
Oh
a Ghost
yeah,
Hunt.
that's
We
right.
did Ghost Hunt.
We got
We did
possessed
Ghost
by the
Hunt.
spirits of salt.
Yeah, that's sure. Let's go with that.
Who can tell me the ghosts' names, because you all came up with them?
I got him. I got it. Don't even worry. I got it. Where's my fucking notes?
The first one?
Yes.
Yeah. One is Pinkaghetti.
No, not those ones.
No.
Oh, that's too far back then. I got nothing.
You're jumping the gun.
You're jumping the gun.
We're
wait.
talking the ghosts that we named that were haunting the Team D's room.
Giorgio Creamy.
Yes.
I remember that one. I wrote him down somewhere in my phone, but
We also have Casper and Arturo.
Yeah,
I only wrote their first names down.
It was Casper Gaslington, who was the young man, Giorgio Creamy, who was the young girl, and Arturo McVeigh, who was an elderly man, rounding off the trio. Can anyone tell me their team name?
Yeah, that would be Team Gramazon Lover 76.
Yeah, Team Gramazon Lover 76. And Team Gramazon Lover 76 met an unfortunate end at the hands of some individuals who you also started to piece together towards the end of last time.
Certified Eureka moment at the end of the episode where we realized and put 2 and 2 together that it's Team Battery Acid, who we are going to have to go hunt down, not only for vengeance, but also for a polite request from our good friend that we definitely love and cherish, Brad.
Yeah. So here's how I sort of picture today. Don't let me stop anyone from doing what they want to do. But you guys have definitely been given a lot of information, and there's a lot going on. So I wonder if it might be productive to throw you guys into your own little corner, into your own little hotel room for a while, start sussing out what this is all going to look like.
Yeah. I'm down.
And of course, any NPCs that might have information you want, they're around. They're hanging, you know?
Yeah.
So
I'm curious if Arden has a cell phone.
Well, if my memory serves, you guys were literally standing in the lobby and you just were holding up a massive line of people.
No, we had just finished talking to Arden and stepped out of line. I would feel rude going back immediately after that to be like, actually, I'll come back later.
All right. So you guys are in the lobby, and that's where we'll open this up to you guys.
Dude, so before we figure out what we're up to, you think Ted's still doing the charm thing?
Probably.
Want to go be nosy and find out?
Yeah.
All right. So you guys make your way into the Charmporium. And much like what you saw with the caldera sort of being packed up, the Charmporium is in boxes. And you see Ted and Dr. Maple grabbing bucketfuls of charms and throwing them into boxes as Ted turns around and says, "Oh, hey there. Hey, how's it going?"
Good. I was, man, they got you packing up too?
Well, this sort of happens every, 10 years or so, and the world goes to shit, and people don't need old Ted anymore. So, I'm just following the winds of change. You know what I mean? Me and the doc, this is what we do.
All right. Well, are you still doing like the little charm giveaway business thing still, or are you like closed?
He says, for you guys, did you just come back from finishing a round?
In
I-
manner of speaking.
I look like I'm thinking really hard for a moment. Kind of.
So weren't you just here like a few days ago?
It's been at least 2 weeks in
For us, it
a
was
time.
like it was like 2.5 weeks. Yeah.
All right, yeah,
Te-
sure. No,
We had some crazy traveling that we did.
yeah, why not, right? All's well that ends well. Who wants to go
Yeah.
first?
I look really excited.
Yeah,
First, Iris, please.
go ahead. Here we go.
Yay!
What's the button? There we go. We got a few. I think you guys might have seen this one before. So on the left we have the logic of love, which is a big heart with an arrow through it. Upon a successful POW roll, a target of your voice, maybe you got to speak to them, will be your best friend for 1d6 hours. They will know if the spell fails or once it wears off. And on the right, we have thumbs down, and this charm is a hand forming a thumbs down, or maybe it's a thumbs up. And as a free action in combat, force a penalty die on any roll by any opponent.
So what you're saying is I could be your angel or your devil.
You could be someone's angel or their devil.
What a choice. I think I'll take the thumbs down.
I like that one. It's a good one. Here, you know what I'm going to do? And I've never done this before.
Take a screenshot.
I'm going to take a screenshot and I'm going to post it right in chat.
It's crazy that you say that because I was literally doing the same thing, but putting it in MS Paint.
I guess that works too. Who's next?
Chris.
Me.
Chris
Waves says hello.
Chris, you are given a very interesting choice between two companions.
Oh.
Beak, the untrainable, who has definitely popped up before, or a copy of the Francois charm.
Fuck. What?
Could you imagine
These are
having two Francois?
So we got Beak, beloved fan favorite Beak, and we have beloved fan favorite Francois.
I don't know if Beak is a beloved fan favorite. That was
Max,
from our first
Come on.
D&D game ever. That was not.
come
He could be. He could be beloved if you take him.
Didn't
No.
Didn't Phoebe have Beak at one point?
maybe.
It's
I'll have to
possible.
pull up Phoebe's character sheet at some point. It's in there.
Still
Um,
smoking.
Yeah, you know how it goes, man. Well,
Yeah.
now it got put out finally.
Oh,
But
good.
yeah. You know, Francois. I'm gonna take the Francois. We got two of them now.
And you know what? As a bonus for that, I never thought about what I would do if there were two Francois, but I feel like the two Francois can definitely like carry information between them.
Oh,
I thought you were gonna
Francois
say-
Spy Network.
I thought you were gonna say they could like fuse together and make a bigger Francois.
I'm not
Oh.
going to say that you can't do that. You don't.
He's like the
Mm.
Francois Cloud.
If you and your friend who both have Francois hold your hands and summon him, he's just bigger and there's one.
All right, Cosmo, we got on the left Rager, which is the charm in a shape of a stereotypical barbarian, and you can enter a state of rage. Attacks you make and attacks made against you take a bonus dice. Actions you take or make, aka dodging, that are not attacks do not receive the bonus. And this works for 5 minutes, so, however many rounds of combat that would be. And on the right is a giant red copyright-free mushroom, which gives you +5 max HP and an increased size of +1 for 1 hour. If your HP is less than or equal to 0 when the buff wears off, you will have 1 HP remaining.
Yeah, I'll take Rager.
You'll take Rager over the mush?
Yeah.
All right. That's interesting. I always really like the idea of like a definitely not Super Mario mushroom power-up.
Yeah, Cosmo doesn't like mushrooms.
Okay. Well, you now have the barbarian charm. That could be good for Cosmo. I could see it.
Cosmos got a lot of anger, so they were just like, the universe is telling me something.
Ted says, "Hey, sorry about the whole reflection game thing. That was pretty abrupt.
Yeah.
You guys know what happened there?"
I think the frogs fell off the rocker a little bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, did you see Party Frog?
No. I don't.
I recommend you don't.
Okay. All right. Well, I hope you guys will remember old Ted. Maybe we'll cross roads again sometime, huh?
Yeah.
Could literally never forget about you, Ted and Dr. Mabel. You guys are ingrained in my memory forever. And also on my charm bracelet. Jingle, jingle.
Dr. Maple passes back your new updated charm bracelets, and it's like, well, thanks for coming by all the time. We really always appreciate your business.
Yeah. Of course.
We appreciate your incredible and magical work. Jingle, jingle.
If you guys know anywhere that's hiring, let us know.
I'll definitely keep my eyes peeled.
Can I
And
have
ears.
your number? Because I don't know if it's definitive, but like I have a hostile takeover plan, and I don't know. I feel like a charmporium is always a good thing to have.
Dr. Maple pulls out their phone and says, "Lola, would you send these three me and Ted's contact information?" And you hear Dr. Maple's like, "Jeez,
Well, you got the really rare one.
I got like a super rare, super buggy Lola. The thing is, this Lola does everything I want perfectly, but she sounds like that."
It's like that it's like that really expensive stamp that they printed upside down. It's like 1 in every 10,000 have that glitch.
Yeah, it's not great. But you should have my contact now, and Ted's.
Sweet.
Oh, I do. Wow. Well, don't bring that to the Blola store.
Why? Why?
Because they'll decommission your phone.
I don't want this life.
This life chose you, Dr. Maple, and sometimes you have to answer the call. And it sounds like
Dr. Maple says it does. They all sound like that. Yeah. I never know who's calling. It's a gamble. Life's a gamble.
Life's a box of chocolates, and you never know what you're going to get, Dr. Maple. I have to go now. Goodbye.
Bye. And Ted says, "Take care, everyone." Formerly known as Team Bouquet.
Bye.
Bye, Ted. Dr.
See
Maple.
All right.
Various accoutrements.
You guys head back out into the lobby.
That's a really good Lola.
I kind of wanted Garble Lola, but also I'm really happy with my Lola.
I mean, you could always ask to trade.
No, I've given my phone number out to people, and I don't want to change my number. Because, like, what if we need to get in touch with, like, Old Man Boo? And I trade my phone with Dr. Maple.
I mean, you could buy it off of him.
No, that's okay. It's just, if I ever have to replace my phone, I'll just roll the dice on the new Lola voice.
Yeah, all right.
But thank God I don't, because I already had that problem once, and I didn't want to start all the way over.
Yeah, fair. All right. Well, room for plotting?
Or
All right, let's go to the room. Let's go to the fucking leisure floor.
Yippee!
Yippee! You guys are in the leisure room, enjoying life. All the usual suspects are there. Not Team Dees and Tem. They're next door. Because their room is less haunted now.
Looks like this.
Yeah, you're like fancy ass fucking updated suite.
Yeah. Listen, it didn't stick in my mind. I'm still expecting the red room.
Yeah.
And then it's this.
every time I come in here, it's horrible.
Chris, you see your nephew sitting on the couch watching Blamley Bly.
I poke him on the head. I just like walk up and they'll poke.
He turns around and says, "Uncle Chris,
What are you doing?
watching the TV?"
Are you watching Blamley Bly?
Yeah,
Are you supposed to be watching that?
You're not gonna tell Dad, are you?
No.
he does like a yes.
All right. I like ruffle his hair and I walk away.
All right. So do you guys like set the scene for me? What are you guys doing? Pulling up chairs? You getting a whiteboard?
Chris comes back with a whiteboard.
Where did you get a whiteboard?
It was here. We had it already, right? We were writing on a whiteboard at one point.
Were we?
For fuck, what is my nephew's name? Oh no, hold on.
Klaus.
Thank you. I had to go back so many pages for that. Okay. Yeah, what didn't we use one for like planning with Klaus when we were trying to translate the fucking book?
Oh,
Yeah, I think
maybe
that's true, actually.
maybe you did. Yeah, it's just covered in like old Latin phrases. You're right. You win. You have a
Yeah, I know.
whiteboard.
Yeah. We got a whiteboard. Don't make me roll for whiteboard because I will fail. But I have one now.
Yeah, you have a whiteboard. What are Iris and Cosmo bringing to the jam sesh?
Nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
I just
No
sit down.
markers? Nobody's bringing markers? Chris doesn't. Chris didn't.
I
He
don't-
put it like on the couch when he grabbed the whiteboard.
Have you considered using just like a pen?
Chris, I don't have access to a whiteboard, so I don't have any dry erase markers.
Chris like,
You know
throws
who
his hands up
definitely
in the
has
air.
some? The
Who?
Fingies. I know they have them. I know the Fingies have them.
Chris is like gonna forget that he put one on the couch when he moved the whiteboard too. He's like, yes, let's go bother them.
Okay.
Can we grab a marker from the fingies?
Yeah, you guys go knock on the door, and the Fingies predictably open it in like half a second, and they're like, "Hello, Team Bouquet. How are you today?
We're awesome. How are you?
Here's your marker.
What?
Here
I'm not gonna ask. Were you listening through the wall?
we have lavender. We have boysenberry,
Boysenberry, get that one.
and we have
What's the last one?
greb.
I don't like grep.
No, we're gonna go with the boysenberry.
Oh, but I
Excellent
really wanted the
choice.
greb.
I will take boysenberry and greb, but only if
Can we-
boysenberry sucks.
Yeah, can we have two?
Yes, of course.
Six.
Yes,
Be sure to bring them back now.
of course.
We will.
Bye, Fingies.
And they very slowly close the door shut.
All right,
Are they-
definitely
is it-
listening through the wall, right?
Is it me? Like, are they getting more creepy, but we're so used to it that it doesn't matter? Or is this the normal levels and it's just like every once in a while you just kind of forget?
I think they're stepping it up, but like also I think the last few times we've interacted with them, they've just been hiding from ghosts. So like we could have just unacclimated to it. That could just be how they always are.
Maybe
Which is
they need to get it
fine.
out of. Maybe they need to get it out of their system. Like they haven't had enough instances of like making someone kind of uncomfortable because they've been too freaked out by the ghosts. So they're just like, we'll just get it out in one go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
fine.
I think that's exactly it. All right, armed with your boysenberry and grep markers, you can now efficiently start your planning.
Sick.
Yay. Glad we don't have to use a ballpoint pen.
Yeah. So I'm sorry. What are we planning?
For what we're gonna be doing. So Chris has to solve Gooby McGoopster's leg issue, and we were gonna go find Team Battery Acid for. I almost called him Bimmy for
Yeah.
Brad.
Well, here's my question. I guess the only really thing that I feel like we should probably talk about is what we're doing with Team Battery Acid, because Brad just wants us to bring them back, but the ghosts want us to like give them to them for like revenge.
So like, I guess we kind of have a timer on this because like. The ghosts live here, and
Mhm.
if we don't get back here before reflection game timeout is done, there's no vengeance to be had, and then I guess Brad will just figure out if Brad's not going to figure anything out. It's mostly just on our conscience now at this point.
Yeah, but
What
like
if we
how
brought the ghosts with us in like an object? What if we cursed an object with the ghosts in it?
Well, here's the other thing we should probably ask that I don't think the ghosts will like us exploring, but like the one thing I've learned is that absolutely nothing, specifically in regards to this hotel or any of the situation, is ever surface level. Um, so what if it turns out that Team Battery Acid was, I don't know, possessed or made to do this, or it was against their will. It was some kind of like we had no choice, or we literally didn't have the ability to stop ourselves. What if it wasn't even them in the first place? I don't know.
I mean, we
I'm
still have
worried.
to find him for Brad, so
Exactly. But I'm worried about making a rash decision. But I'm also not particularly inclined to fervently help someone who murdered another team, possibly for no reason, possibly for a reason.
I mean, we could ask
Yeah,
the
we
other
probably
team if we find them.
Yeah. Well, I guess it just boils down to like, what do we want to do with them? Do we want to bring them back to the hotel safe and sound, and then kind of like hear their reasoning, decide if it's well, I don't even know if that is our place to decide. We don't have any neck in this.
I mean, we don't even really have to bring them back here to ask them that. We can just find them and then ask.
Yeah, but what if we can't bring the ghosts with us? Then we have to bring them back for their ghosts to, extract ghostly revenge.
Could bonk them on the head real hard. Provided we do it in the next few days before the hotel becomes a liminal space we can no longer access.
Okay, yeah, that works for me.
Like, yeah. We don't have to. I personally don't want to kill anyone with my bare hands, but if a ghost wants to do it.
That was my qualm, is I was like, man, who am I to judge what these murdered people want to do? Because, they were literally murdered. So I think that in the end, if we fulfill our obligation to Brad and bring these guys back, the ghosts can just make their own choices.
See, the funny thing is, did Brad even ask us to bring them back, or did he just ask us to find them? Because like he's super not here to even prove it to if we do or don't. It's just like a
well, no, I mean,
a moral burden to us if we so choose to bear it.
yeah, I mean, this is literally he just said this was like his final favor of us, thing about wanting to be redeemed. I don't know why this would redeem him, but I don't know. I feel bad that he took the fall for something he probably didn't do. I don't think Brad masterminded this game. I think he was just middle management. Still sucks. Like, I don't like Brad, but I also kind of feel bad for Brad.
I don't know if I don't know if they're gonna like actually keep him forever is the thing though, because he is just middle management. So they might have just brought him to wherever the frogs live so that they could like
Well, no, he admitted to it.
chew on his ankles and then get him to reveal information about higher ups, maybe.
Well, that's the thing, is he told them it was his idea, that he had masterminded everything, and that's why Party Frog literally led him out in irons and dragged his ass out of here. Perhaps to get executed? I don't really know, but he said that he was inches away from putting all of us down when Brad admitted that he masterminded it and used everybody. That he lied. I think. I can't say for certain, but I don't think Brad actually masterminded this game.
I don't either. Not to be rude to Brad, but I don't think that Brad could do all this.
There's literally no reason for Brad to do all of this either. Like, the man had nothing but problems, especially from us. He still kept trying. So I think he's just at his core a decent man and didn't want everyone to get eviscerated. So if someone has to go down, may as well be the guy where the buck stops, at least here. The rest of Caldera. Now fuck the rest of Caldera.
Yeah, all right.
yeah, all right.
Yeah, no.
Okay, yeah.
That makes sense. Hey everyone, it's Max here for your regularly scheduled ad break. What's up? Thanks for listening to episode 55 of The Reflection Game. I'm very excited, and I hope you are too. This is like a chill planning episode before we get into next week, where everything's gonna like, oh, oh. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to this chapter of the show in general, where we're able to try some new things, and I really hope these things are going to be exciting and you're going to enjoy them, and we'll find all of that out as we continue. But until then, I'm here with the regularly scheduled announcements, right? Tell a friend about This Isn't Normal. Make sure that you're liking, commenting, subscribing. That sort of stuff helps us out tremendously, and we really appreciate if you do it. It really does. It makes a big difference. And of course, there are so many great ways that you can support the show. If you don't know, we are on YouTube. If you want to watch us with video, if you're not watching me with video right now, then presumably you're not watching this on YouTube. But we're on YouTube, and we got webcams, we got cool visuals, a lot of the characters that Beth did, and like backgrounds and stuff that we put together. It's pretty cool. So I hope you would, if that's something that might appeal to you, you can come see my face every week if you want to. And of course, we're on Spotify and any platform that you can think of. So lots of great ways that you can stay in touch with the show, and your friends can hopefully climb on board as well. And there's a lot of great ways that you can see what's going on with the show. We have a Discord, which you can find in our linked description every week on YouTube, which is one of my favorite communities ever, and certainly my favorite that I've been a part of and I've been able to kind of grow with. They're just great people. So if you want to be a great person too, you can join up there. All of the music that's done on the show is from Beth, who you can also find in the link in the description to buy and listen to the album that has all the music from the show, which is pretty cool. It's pretty exciting. And of course, how could I not tell you about our financial support for the show, Patreon? Because the show does cost money to run, and we're very fortunate that we're able to provide it for free each and every week. But the sort of cost is made up from our lovely patrons, who we're at patreon.com/tincast, and that is where you can get access to all sorts of goodies. We have 3 tiers. We have a $1 tier, which thank you if you want to join up with that. For $5 a month, we put your name in the video credits every week, and you also get access to a bonus episode every single month. And coming up, literally later this week, is going to be the 3rd part of Fool's Gold, which is really cool. Probably going to do 1 more month of Fool's Gold. That would be my guess. Probably going to be 4 parts. Maybe 5. We'll see. But it's been a really fun potential pilot that we've been enjoying doing. So if that sounds interesting, go check it out. And then for $10 a month, not only do you get all of the stuff I mentioned previously, but I also verbally thank you each and every week during this portion of the show, which is why it's time to thank Mango, Amanda Krondar, Morgan Wolbrandt, Emily Laderna, Smarties, Charlie Rose, Adam Carpenter, and Marco Malmstrom for their continued support of the show. Thank you guys so much. It really means the world to us, truly. I know this is going to be a bit of a shorter episode this week, and that's okay because that's just the way it is sometimes. But next week's going to be really exciting. I'm so excited for this next. It's kind of like 2 adventures in one, really. I think it's going to be really cool, and we'll see how it all comes out, certainly. But until then, stay safe, drink lots of water, and have a great week. And the stop button is right over here. So, as the 3 of you are talking, Mouse Hawthorne kicks in the door. It says, "I heard whiteboard planning."
Oh, we're like done. We didn't even use it.
Yeah.
Do you guys? I haven't even talked to you guys about McAfee Ridge, though.
Go ahead.
Oh, I guess this is really that's for you. It's for Chris, really.
Hey.
Do you have your bags packed, your things ready? Like where are you at?
Chris never really unpacked his bags. He's just been keeping it clean laundry, and then he's got another situation for dirty laundry. And he's got knickknacks, but he could just throw those in a bag.
Mouse looks at Iris and Cosmo and says, "You 2 aren't coming, right?"
No.
No, we gotta find battery acid.
In Wyoming.
I'm not going to pretend I understand what that means. Oh, pass me the grep marker, would you?
I passed some boysenberry.
Chris hides the grep marker.
Thank goodness.
He reluctantly
That's for
accepts
Iris.
boysenberry and says, "Okay, Chris, you've done stuff like this before. You've figured out plans of attack and all of this, right?"
I mean, I'm not usually like the mastermind behind the plans. I just kind of chip in.
Okay. Well, I
I
need you
was hoping
to.
that like you could mastermind, but you're gonna say that I should do it?
Well, you have more experience at this type of thing than I do. Here, let me lay out what I found. All right.
Okay.
So, McAfee Ridge in out in Virginia. It's this little town with a relatively unassuming history, except for 100 years ago. And there was this incident. I guess it was all in the local papers that someone found a creature like the one that was in Heart and Stone that night.
Like the big scary thing that I never want to see again.
The big scary goo thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
A man named Sylvester apparently found it. And this guy is like a local hero. He like found it and he stopped it and then he vanished off the face of the earth.
Okay.
So
Scary.
I'm thinking if we go out there, we might be able to find out more about this thing. We might be able to figure out, are there more of these things? Can we capture a live one? Maybe this Sylvester guy has a cure. I don't know.
Okay. It's a good lead. That's a good lead. We can start with that. Hopefully we can get, a cure. Chris, he like cheers.
There's gonna be a cure for this.
Well, no, there's going to be a cure for this, absolutely. But like, I'm hoping that we don't have to find more leads because that's exhausting.
Yeah, I know. The book also mentions, or the newspaper rather, the newspaper mentions some other people. There was a family, the Kubernetes family, who apparently had some relation to this sort of incident that happened, and they have living descendants in town.
Okay. Chris is like, he's not writing on the whiteboard. He's like, he wouldn't write. Chris, he would. He doesn't use his cell phone, so he would write. He would write this down. He's got like a little detective notepad that he's never like pulled out before. He's been waiting for like a moment like this, so he pulls out his little notepad from his back pocket.
And here's the kicker. This Kubernetes guy, Stanley Kubernetes. Are you writing that down?
Stanley Kubernetes. Yeah.
Posted a help wanted ad on Bleg's list.
Okay.
For some sort of help doing a delivery.
Okay.
So
So we're gonna help him with this delivery.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, to get to like, to get to him. We don't
get
like,
to him.
necessarily have, yeah, exactly.
Yes.
We don't have to like, we could just like ditch it, but like maybe not. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see how it
But
goes.
if we can find out what he knows, what maybe his family knew, if they have any records, anything that can help us track down what might have happened to Sylvester, I think it's our best shot.
All right. I got all of that. We're good.
Good.
Are we like leaving like, do you have the tickets and everything? Like, are we going?
Well, no, because I didn't know if you were packed. Sometimes you take a while to get ready, so I wasn't really sure like when I should book this out for. I mean, everything's closing soon. When do you want to go?
We could wait. We could wait like a day just to get our things in order, get like things packed. Because I gotta pack my knickknacks and my my Lolo charger my Lolo charger because she'd probably murder me if I didn't do that.
What?
But yeah, I gotta pack a few things, but we'll be good. We'll be good.
I mean, you want to go
ahead.
tomorrow?
Well, I mean, we can. We want to do this soon, right?
Yeah. Are you gonna be ready to leave tomorrow?
I don't know, guys. Do you need me around like further than tomorrow?
I don't think we like need you for anything. I'll be honest, like we always want you around, but if you guys are heading out tomorrow, then that wouldn't throw a wrench in anything, I don't think. Iris?
Yeah, no, like, have at it.
All right, cool. All right, cool. So, do you want to like buy the tickets, or should I?
I can buy the tickets.
All right, because I have been saving a little bit more money because we don't buy $20,000 in Zooks anymore. So
What?
that's definitely.
What sort of
Did I not?
income do you have?
Oh, I don't have any income, but like I'm not spending the money that I had now.
Right, but
I was severely in credit card debt, but I have cash.
how much credit card debt do you have, Chris?
There's a lot of Zooks on those credit cards, man.
Cards, plural?
Well, yeah. What do you $20,000? Who's gonna give me a credit limit of $20,000?
How many cards do you have, Chris?
Chris like goes back to his notepad and he's like leaving tomorrow
Uh,
and just ignores the question. He's not gonna answer that.
So, Mouse turns back to Cosmo and Iris and says, "Well, what about you guys? Do you have any other tips?"
Don't kiss the metal thing.
Don't fall into its mouth.
If you find another one.
I mean, that wouldn't be my first instinct, but it's a good tip.
It's like whatever you do, don't get eaten by it.
Yes. All right. Chris writes that down.
Like, I'm pointing at Mouse, and I'm like, I don't think you're taking me seriously on this. I think you might be like having a bit of a giggle because that seems silly, but don't fall into its mouth. Don't do it.
Mouse is like, "Okay, don't go near the mouth. Hopefully I'm not gonna have to fight anything. Hopefully."
Listen, you can hope all you want. This
Actually,
world is a dark place.
I look like I've been thinking contemplatively for a few minutes while this is going on, and then I walk up to him and I put my hands on his shoulders and I'm like, "Listen, I like did say it jokingly, but I actually did get severed from my tether to reality when I went into that thing's mouth. So don't get eaten by it."
Good to know.
And if
That's
you
like
find,
just in case there is one. You never know what's gonna happen.
actually, yeah, can you put Chris or Mouse? Can you put this on your whiteboard as well? If you just so happen to find anybody who knows how to fix someone's tether to reality, please investigate that, or at the very least, call us.
Yeah, I guess it might be possible that someone, if they had involvement with the creature, might have some experience with that too, huh?
Yeah. Maybe.
Maybe.
Would you rather go on that trip? I can take a couple of the guys and go track down battery acid.
If you think for like a single moment that I'm gonna leave you alone to do that, you're absolutely silly.
Okay.
I lean
All right.
into Mouse and I'm like, I think she's about to fucking lose it.
Cosmo's like eyes twitching, their like left arm is like grasping at something that's not there, and they're like, "Oh, that's so nice of you, buddy."
Wow, my friend Iris is so supportive. I think they're about to fucking lose it.
Yeah. All right. So I think I just figured out exactly what we're going to do for next episode.
I have to go to dinner.
You do have to go to dinner. I think what we're going to do is we're going to send Cosmo to dinner, Iris to Dr. Arden, and maybe we'll send Chris on his merry way.
Do we get to do an airport episode, like a filler episode for Chris?
No, we're not doing
5 minutes of airport filler.
Yeah, Cosmo and Iris, you get 15 minutes combined, and Chris gets 45 minutes of airport filler.
Dealing with Bleltable Airlines.
Like customer service. Like, hang on, let me transfer your call, and then it's just like 10 minutes of just like the worst guitar loop.
Literally, at least it's not Bleared Airlines, because Bleared Airlines like ruined an entire holiday for me once. And don't fly Bleared.
And that's on air travel.
I was just thinking that we should probably restore sanity.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have everyone make a sanity roll.
You'd be so good on sanity, probably for the rest of time.
Max says we're doing this for one reason and one reason only. Don't die. Don't stop dying.
It's
Stop,
because
stop
Cosmo's
that.
about to fucking lose it. Whapa!
This is I think the closest I've ever been to loot. I think if you had made me roll for loot, like watching my dad die in front of me, I think I'd actually be insane now because I have 11 points. But if I hit 8, I'm insane.
Yeah.
I passed.
Oh my god! Wait, that's the wrong thing. I'm fucking dumb.
Beth rolled a d4 and it's like, my roll's incredible.
No, I rolled a d8, and I was so the first number I got is a 0, and the second number I got was a 4, and I was like, oh, I passed. But then I realized that no, I didn't. So I re-rolled it, and I got a 5, which didn't really change much. So I did in fact pass my sanity check.
Oh shit, that's excellent. So everyone who passed can take 1d10 of sanity back.
What happens if you fail it?
You're supposed to take 1 point of sanity loss.
Oh, well, that is really good for me.
I was thinking about maybe skipping over that rule, but
That's a disrespectful.
It's all good, and I'm saving Cosmo's sheet. So, all right, boys, we're at 18 points of sanity. I can now lose 10 points of sanity.
that's great. I suspect that there's not going to be any opportunities to lose sanity.
What? You don't want to kill me off? What is this? Okay.
It's becoming increasingly difficult for me to ever face consequences for sanity.
All right, so with everyone restored, you can also set your HP back to maximum.
Yay, that's good.
And I think, Iris, you need to make a POW roll to get magic points back, I think.
Something like that. I've managed to accidentally pull the entire eraser thing out of my mechanical pencil, and all my lead just flew everywhere.
You have
Oh, that's terrible.
you have a physical character sheet for Iris?
Yeah,
Oh, that's sweet.
always have.
Always will.
Yeah, for full season characters, I print that shit.
That's nice. Ba, 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 ba.
Which is really fun when we're late game and the character sheet's like fucking incomprehensible because I've changed hit points and sanity and magic points enough times.
Yeah, that's
Is it a power roll?
Yeah, do a power roll. I actually I don't even know what to have you do for like restoring this.
Well, I rolled a 24 and my POW is 85, so I hard successed that.
How many magic points do you have?
17 total, but I'm at 16 currently.
I feel like I didn't need to make you roll for that. Bring it back up to 17 then. What?
Sweet. Well, listen, I could have failed.
I guess you could have failed, and then you would be one short. But what I'd like to do for the rest of the episode is let's do a little bit of character development and give you all a chance to increase a few skills.
Yay!
So, Chris, let's start with you. What would you like to improve, and how are you going to do it?
I wanna. Is it just one?
Let's do 2.
2? Oh, heck yeah. Alright. So, I'm gonna do disguise.
You're going to do how are you? I hate every time I have to ask you this question.
Well, I was gonna explain it, Max. It's not that outlandish. He's gonna he's gonna go to Party City and he's gonna pick up some disguise supplies, like the silly glasses and the mustache, and like funny hats.
And who are you trying to fool to increase your disguise?
I thought going to the store and buying a disguise would be sufficient, but if I have to disguise, it's gonna be.
I thought I could just spend a little money and then get the role.
Well, I bought supplies, you know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. This is really mean. I'm gonna. My subject is gonna be Klaus.
Okay, buddy, no problem. Why don't you walk me through it?
Yeah. So I bring him to the party store with me. I'm like, the motive is like, oh, I'll get you like a balloon or something, like a piece of candy.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I go around the corner and I like, that's the noise he makes while he like puts on his disguise. And
Okay.
then he comes back around the corner and he's like, hello, Klaus. And he like, puts on a funny voice.
So first of all, just want to remind you, your nephew has one leg. So
Well, yeah, but we
did
cover
you
it
like
up.
put him on the ground?
What do you mean? He can stand on one leg.
You're making this kid stand on one leg?
Did we not get him a prosthetic or a crutch by now?
You can't. You cannot attach a prosthetic to Goop leg.
What about crutch? He could be like a Tiny Tim.
He's he has crutches.
Tiny Tim with the goop leg. All right.
So here's what I'll have you do. I'll have you roll disguise first
Okay.
to see if you can increase it.
Okay.
This
That's
is gonna be a little unorthodox.
Yeah. I got them mixed up for a second, and I was about to say I failed, but it was a 7 instead of a 7D.
You passed?
So that's definitely a success.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's great. So you come around and Klaus goes and screams bloody murder. Like the whole store you hear like go deathly silent.
That was a bad idea. Chris like fucking takes off the hat and glasses and the funny mustache. And he also got like one of those shirts that like is it's like a tuxedo shirt, but it's not like a real tuxedo, it's like the design of a tuxedo, and he put it on like over his shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he like takes that all off.
Okay, so you take half your attire off, and Klaus's like scream instantly turns into a smile, and he says, "Uncle Chris!"
Did I scare you?
Oh well, my dad always told me, don't tell him I called him Mouse. My dad always tells me that if I see a stranger that I don't know and there's no adults I know around, I should scream.
All right, yeah, that's fair. That's a good lesson, actually. All right.
You see an attendant come around the corner and says, "Is everything okay?"
Yeah, I kind of scared him. That was my bad. It was an accident. He's my nephew. He's my nephew.
He leans down. He kind of like shoots you a glare. And he says, "Son, is this man your uncle?" And Klaus nods and says, "Yes, I love him very much." The man shoots you a suspicious look and then like backs back into the aisles.
Dude, come. You did good. That was really good, Klaus. I'm proud of you. You get 2 candies for that.
Increases skill. I don't think it's good.
For that.
I'm trying to remember what happens if you succeed when you're trying to increase a skill. I don't think it's good.
Oh, is it not good?
I think normally you want to fail when you're increasing a skill, because that means that you can get better at it.
Damn.
Who remembers the rules on that?
I think you might be right.
I don't remember.
But I think
believe
it's
you.
just that you get like more.
Yeah, I want to say that's
Ability
it
to do
too.
it.
Give me a second. I found the page for it. Oh, Lord. When I gotta read. Hero development phase. Oh yeah, roll for skill increases. Where is the roll for skill increases? Oh god, these guys are killing me here. You said page 69. Where is it?
Right over there.
I think you're actually wrong, Will.
You're not looking in the right over there then.
I think you're right. I'm looking at alcohol right now.
Yeah, that's definitely not it.
Missing a fucking page. Improve skills. Roll for checked skill increases. Where are the skill increases?
Right there.
Is there like a table to go with it?
Roll a d10. I'm over it.
It's a 9, baby.
All right. Take 9 points of disguise for your excellent disguise work. What else do you want to increase?
I mean, Chris is already a beefy boy, but he's got to keep it up. So he's gonna increase his fighting brawl.
Oh, that's smart. How do you want to do that? Dare I ask?
I'm not gonna fight somebody. I swear I won't fight anybody. That's Chris doesn't pick like unneeded fights. He's gonna go to the gym and he's gonna like take on a punching bag and some like, like the ball that's on
Yeah.
like the thing, and you like, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I've never done it, but
I've never done it either, but I know. I'll just have
Okay.
you roll a d10. It's fine. We're playing it fast and loose. Cosmo, you're next on the field.
Okay. I will update piano by playing the piano a
Piano?
lot. Yeah, it's in my arts and craft. I established it not very high, but at one point when I played the piano, I think on 2 occasions.
Yeah, the fucking sky piano.
Yeah, and there was like another time I basically paid in luck to get more piano points. So as a way to kind of get their mind off of everything and de-stress, if there's like a piano in the lobby, which I think there is, I feel like Iris was like plucking at one at one point, or just like somewhere nearby, wherever it is, Cosmo's just gonna like chill out and play the piano and practice.
I like that. Go ahead and take a d10. We're playing it fast and loose. What else do you want to increase?
I'm also going to increase fast talk, because if someone walks over and asks, "Oh, like, were you hired to do this?" They're like, "Yeah, I'm on payroll."
Are you
13. Okay.
are you gonna fucking hold that one against me? Are you trying to pull a fast one on me, Beth?
No, I was just trying to think of like, okay, well, I know I want to do piano because I think that fits my character and where they're at right now. But everything else, I was like, Cosmo's exhausted and very depressed, and I was like, I can't think of anything they'd want to do other than like something self-serving and or like lying if someone was trying to ask them about it.
No, that's fair. All right, go ahead and increase fast talk too. And Iris,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Here's a fun question that I've never asked before now. Is it possible to increase my telekinesis score, or is that just a flat, like, you get what you get?
I don't know. I don't see why you couldn't do it, especially with practice. For that though, there's gotta be a cost.
Yeah.
Right, because if you're gonna practice telekinesis,
You gotta use your magic.
you gotta use your magic. So I'm fine with that. I'm fine with giving you the ability to increase it. But let's say it's gonna cost you 5 magic points.
That's fine.
And I'll let you add a d10 to it.
You said a D10, and I rolled both of my dice, and then I was like, "What's a 70 on a D10?"
Oh, sweet! I'm gonna add 70 points.
I'll add a 5 to
to round us off.
To be incredibly unhinged, twice. Shotguns.
How do you want to practice shotguns?
Well, I was either thinking if they wouldn't let me actually shoot my shotgun out in the yard somewhere, like a normal place, playing shotgun-based video games.
Like
You
what?
see our like I don't know, Shotgun Simulator 2000.
Oh, like Buck's Wild Hunting Simulator, like the arcade machines.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you see, we've got that projector on the ceiling, and I figure like it wouldn't be a stretch to maybe say that there might be a VR headset in this room somewhere.
I don't think that would be a stretch at all. Yeah, so you can practice your VR shotgun, and go ahead and roll to increase it.
That'll be a +5 as well.
And so we're getting pretty close to our party split, which is always, as everyone knows, a very good idea to do. And so next time, we'll check in with Cosmo's dinner, Iris's appointment with Arden, and Chris's 45-minute airport extravaganza.
Yay!
Your friends can hopefully climb on board as well. Really? Unbelievable. Some people are so disrespectful.